Welcome back to the channel. This is the 1970 Nova March and April progress update. I'm combining both months because I've made a lot of progress. You know, 3 steps forward, 2 back, 3.5 forward, 2.5 back. Anyway, I'm still forging ahead. I think you're going to enjoy this update. I've made a lot of progress. Been a lot of work into this car so far, and I appreciate all you guys out there viewing, commenting, thumbs up, and hit that notification bell. So whenever I post a new video, I try to get one out monthly. With everything going on, you know, it's tough sometimes. Anyway, thank you all the new viewers out there. I really appreciate it. Keep them coming, and some of your suggestions are always welcome. Anyway, enough of this flap jaw. I'm going to go handheld, take you around under the car, top of the car, inside the car, for all your viewing pleasure. Anyway, come on, let's get it on. As you can see here, I got the front end back on, the core support, pretty much it's all temporary, and got the engine in. Before I get into too many details with the engine, let's get underneath the car and show you what I got done under there. I also got the Ridetech subframe connectors installed. As many of you know, they go into the front leaf spring pocket right here. So you take the factory one out, replace it with the subframe connector, and then it bolts 4 bolts to the back side of your subframe here on both sides. So that is all installed. Oh, I know it's a little dark, but I think you get the idea. Anyway, here's the back on the driver's side. Here we go. Here we go. Many of you already know that's a quick performance 9-inch with 389s. Got my drive shaft done. Driveline Service here in Fresno did it. This is a 1350 yoke, and it's going to my Hughes Performance 4L80E transmission. Now, I know a lot of you have asked, is that transmission gonna fit? Well guys, here it is. It's in the car. I have clearance. I am very happy. I did have to shim it up to get my 3 degrees drop in the back here. I was started at 6, and this is a 1-inch spacer on an energy suspension mount. This is the G-Force 4L80E cross member, super heavy duty. And here's this beautiful Hughes Performance 4L80E. Got my shifter cable installed and adjusted with the help of my buddy Mike. And I also have the US Shift Quick 4 wiring harness all connected to the transmission here. I know it's a little dark. I hope this is coming out. Got my Hughes Performance Extreme Duty flex plate with an 11-inch billet 3000 stall speed converter. There are the Sanderson headers tucked up in there, nice and tight. Guys, everything's been shoehorned in here, but it all has clearance and it all fits. Let's see, let's take you over here. Here's the other side. I got a Power Master starter right there. This is a 168 tooth flywheel. This starter is really trick. It's got a billet aluminum block that you machine to get your correct tolerances. And this is also, you can rotate this if it's in the way of your headers. This is the Blueprint oil pan. It's a 7 or 8 quart. I can't remember it. It says 8 quart online, but then it came with a tag saying 7 quart. So there's my energy suspension motor mounts right there. Let me take you around this way. The lights are going to blow this out. Sorry about that. So anyway, we have oil pan clearance to the frame. You can't see it, but we do. All right, I think that's enough underneath. Let me take you top side. As I mentioned below, I got the shifter cable installed. I have the reverse light switch and the neutral safety switch wired and already going to the dash. I got the Vintage Air AC heat and defroster system installed. They are the passenger side vents. Oops, hold on. Okay, there we go, passenger side vents. The driver's side vent is in my gauge cluster. So anyway, let's take a look in here. I got that US Shift Quick 4 harness is already in the car. Got my line lock wired and in the car. Okay guys, now for the crown jewel. This is a Blueprint 496 stroker. It dynoed at 656 horsepower and 606 foot-pounds of torque at 4,500 RPM. Like I said, it's shoehorned in there. There's my Borgenson power steering pump. I got about a little more than a 1/4 inch clearance on that. Got my brake lines all hooked up front here, front and back. There's that 4L80E transmission with clearance right there. I don't know if you could tell. Like I said, a lot of people had questions. Custom-made bracket here for the Holley Sniper. It's a 1-inch extension, so it gives a little better throttle, a little better feel in your throttle. There's a custom braided throttle cable. Let's see what else we got. So like I said, I put in the core support. This is so I could get the measurements for the custom radiator. And yes, it has to be a custom radiator because thanks to the CVF drive system, I only have 5.5 inches of clearance between the drive system and the core support. So the Fan Man / Matson radiator down south is building me a custom radiator. And guys, I gotta tell you, it's not cheap. And it's not going to be cheap, but it's the only thing I can do. Anyway, it's a triple pass, 1.5 inch core tube inside. So hopefully it'll keep this beast cool. Here's the top side of the Sanderson headers. These are the BB10 block hugger headers for the big block. Power steering pump. This is all came with the CVF drive system. 1 wire, 140 amp alternator. Got the big block Chevy aluminum water pump. These are my cooling and AC lines coming from inside the car. They'll be hidden up under the fender here. And of course, AC lines are gonna go here, and my heater core lines to the manifold and water pump. There's that custom plate I got off eBay, polished it out, and it's serving as my filler plate for where the factory original heater core used to be, and fan. This is the transmission dipstick. It's a low car. I still have to mount it here to the firewall. One major drawback. This engine came with a MSD Street Fighter HEI. It will not fit. It's too close to the firewall. And guys, I already spent a lot of money on paint and time prepping this firewall. I'm not beating it in to get that thing to fit. So I opted to go for the HyperSpark. So I contacted the folks over at EFI System Pros, and I purchased the HyperSpark complete system. It connects with my Holley Sniper wiring harness, and it makes the your spark advance all that adjustable from inside the car. This is the back side of the gauge cluster. This is the Vintage Air. I think they call them swipers. So basically you use the factory original, which I'll show you, levers, and you calibrate these after you get the system up and running. This is the back side of the driver's side AC and heat vent. And let me flip this over and I'll show you what it looks like on the face side. So Vintage Air gives you a new faceplate right here, and this is now your controls with the swiper. Very nice system. I really like it. And then I know you saw this already, but these are the AutoMeter carbon fiber ultralight gauges in their gauge cluster that is direct fit. It comes with the turn signal LEDs, high beam and parking brake lights, and turn signal lights. And then here's this AC vent right here that I molded into this dash. This is original Vintage Air, came with the kit. I just made it fit in here. Headlight switch, wipers and washers, which I'm debating not putting the wiper motor back in for several reasons. I'll address that when we get to it. I hope you enjoyed this update as much as I did showing it to you. In closing, as you can see here, this is like the third or fourth cardboard to-do list. Anyway, still lots to do. Anyway, I will continue to forge ahead and document the process as we go on. So guys, until next time, see ya.